Hi friends, welcome to Common Errors in English Part 3 video. In this video, we will take up some more sentences. We will look into the mistakes in those sentences and we will get to know what is exactly the correct version of the same sentences. So let's get started. The first sentence what I have for all of you here is, I think he doesn't like fish. I think one of the common patterns what we use in our day-to-day conversations for sure. I can guarantee on that. I think you don't like me. She thinks I'm too fat. You think I'm so mean? Look at all these sentences. If you want, you can listen to all the sentences what I actually mentioned one more time. In all the sentences, the pattern is same. What is the pattern? The pattern is every sentence is starting with I think, you think, she thinks, he thinks, we think, they think. Okay? So, whichever think it is, doesn't matter. So, it is starting with I think. Think is a very common word over here. Next, if you can see the second part, in the second part we are making sure the sentence actually is in negative mode. The first part is positive and the second part is actually in negative mode, right? And this is absolutely fine for most of us. But unfortunately, in this sentence, there is a misplacement, alright? What is the misplacement? Everything is correct, but the way you are supposed to give the same message has to be entirely different. You know what is the answer? It's not I think he doesn't like fish. It is actually I don't think he likes fish. It should be I don't think he likes fish. Pay attention. If you're not able to follow, you can pause the video at any point of time. Go back and listen to the explanation one more time. This is very simple. This is the pattern what we use where we are keeping the first part in positive mode and the second part of the same sentence in negative mode. But unfortunately, commonly this is not the pattern what we use to come up with this particular category of sentences. Okay? It should be the first part always negative and the second part always positive. So it should be ulta. Alright, that's all you need to do. Alright, it's not I think you're not friendly. It should be I don't think you are friendly. Okay, the only change what we are making is we are keeping the first part in the negative mode and we are making sure the next part is actually in the positive mode. We can take up one more example as this is something very, very important. I'm thinking of throwing a party for all of you, right? So, if you're planning to use the word thinking in this particular pattern of sentence, point number one, first correction should be the word of. Second correction should be immediately after of, whatever the action word you're going to use, make sure that contains ing. Thinking of buying, thinking of going, thinking of laughing, thinking of throwing, thinking of purchasing. Whatever you are using, it has to be in ing form. These two corrections. Otherwise, if you want to keep it very, very simple, you can just say, Zeenath is planning to buy a new car. That's it. Alright? So, let's get into the next sentence. It says, she will explain you the problem. This is another common sentence. I will explain you the problem later. Correct? He will explain you everything. Very common, right? Like the way in both the sentences, we saw similar mistake of misplacement. Here also, like the way we saw the mistake of misplacement in the first sentence, ditto kind of mistake you would actually get to see in this sentence too. Do you know what is the mistake here? The mistake is, it is not she will explain you the problem, please understand here. She will explain. Correct? You're talking about somebody explaining something. So what is that something here? Is that something you? Do I want to explain you or do I want to explain the problem? Obviously, I'm talking about she explaining the problem to you. It's just the order which needs to be changed. It's not she will explain you the problem. It is she will explain, okay, the problem to you. The right sentence should be she will explain the problem to you. Just a misplacement, but it's a very big mistake for sure. I can guarantee you on that. Right? So let's get into the next sentence. The next sentence, what I have for all of you is, congratulations for your wedding. I should say, this particular type of sentences, the pattern I'm talking about, is quite commonly used, right? We keep saying, hey, congratulations for your good marks. Congratulations for your success. Congratulations for XYZ, right? But I should tell you, your congratulations is amazing. I should give a big thumbs up for all your congratulating attitude. However, unfortunately, your sentence has a mistake. So it's time to correct that mistake. Do you know what is the mistake? The mistake in the sentence is the word for. Right? So now, why is it the mistake? If this is the mistake, what is the correct version? Very simple. You just have to remember one thing. Whenever you are congratulating a person, right? Whenever you are congratulating a person, whether you are congratulating a person professionally, personally, formally, informally, doesn't matter. Whenever you are congratulating a person on anything, remember, you never use the word for, which is a preposition. Rather, you should always use the preposition on. Okay? Even if you do not know whether it is a preposition or a conjunction, doesn't matter at all. Just remember, you should never use the word for whenever you are congratulating a person. Rather, you should only use the word on. So the sentence should be, congratulations on your wedding. Congratulations on scoring highest marks. Congratulations on clearing IAS examination. Congratulations on your recent promotion. Congratulations for your success. Can I say this? No, I should say congratulations on your success, right? So remember, whenever you talk about congratulations, it should only be on. It cannot be for at all. Okay? Let's get into the next sentence. The next sentence says, despite of rain, my family enjoyed the cricket match. So I'm actually trying to convey the message over here. It rained heavily. Although it rained heavily, my family enjoyed the cricket match. Okay? That's exactly the meaning I'm trying to convey with the help of despite. Okay? So despite, I'm using it in the meaning of although here. Please keep this in your mind. There are two words in English language which has similar meaning. Do you know what is that? First one is in spite of, and second one is despite. Second one is despite. Okay? The first one is in spite of. The second one is despite. Okay? So if you have a look at these two words, in spite of is equivalent to despite. Despite is equivalent to in spite of. So the meaning, the usage for both the words is actually the same. Alright? But the only difference here is, whenever you use the word in spite of, using of is compulsory. You should always say, in spite of my illness, in spite of lack of money, in spite of anything for that matter. Okay? Whenever you use the word in spite, you should use of. But whenever you use despite, you should never even think of using the word of. I'm telling you, don't even think about it. Forget about using it. That's the secondary part. Don't even think of using the word of, which is a grammatical blunder. Okay? So the sentence should be not despite of rain. It should be despite rain, my family enjoyed the cricket match. Okay? It should be despite rain, not despite of rain. As I said, despite is equal to in spite of. You can actually implement the same in this sentence. You can replace despite with in spite of and you can read the same. Either it has to be in spite of rain, my family enjoyed the cricket match. Or it should be despite rain, my family enjoyed the cricket match. So if you're using in spite, of is compulsory. Right? If you're using despite, don't even think of using of. That's exactly the message what I want to convey. Alright? So if we have understood this, let's get into the last sentence in this particular list. It says, until you do not eat, I will not eat. It says, until you do not eat, I will not eat. So you're actually trying to convey the message here. If you don't eat, I will also not eat. The meaning is, if you don't eat, I will also not eat. To convey this message, I am taking the help of the word until, which is also a conjunction. Okay, which is a conjunction. Conjunction means joining words, right? So, please remember, whenever you are framing a sentence with until or unless, keep this in your mind. Whenever you're framing a sentence either with until or with unless, okay, you should always make sure the first part of the sentence is positive and the second part of the sentence is negative. Okay, it means in the first part of the sentence, there cannot be the word not. But in the second part of the sentence, you should use the word not. So let's apply the same over here. Check. It says, until you do not eat. Not as positive or negative. Definitely it is negative. So what did I say? Whenever you start the sentence with until or unless, the first part of the sentence should always be positive, which should not contain any negative word, because until itself is negative. Like how we discussed in one of the previous videos, two negative words back to back in one sentence cannot be used. Correct? It's one more time the same rule over here. So as until is already negative, you do not need to use the word not. And if you apply this rule, what I'm teaching right now, whenever the sentence starts with until or unless, the first part of the sentence should be always positive and the second part of the sentence should always be negative. Okay? Stick to this. It will be very easy to understand. Alright? So, it should not be until you do not eat. It should be until you eat, I will not eat. I will not eat is positive or negative? Negative. So, until you eat is positive or negative? Positive. I will not eat. Positive or negative? Definitely negative, because we are using the word not. So, whenever you use the sentence using the word until or unless, keep this in your mind. It should always be until you say sorry, I will not say sorry. Until you come home, I will not come to your place. Until he gives my money, I will not lend him any extra money. Until you dance, I will not dance. Okay? So, it is always plus and minus combination. Okay? It should never be minus and minus combination. Neither it should be plus and plus combination. Okay? So, please keep this in mind. It should be only until you eat, I will not eat. So basically here you're showing your concern, right? So the same rule is even applicable to the word unless. Unless you finish your homework, I will not allow you to watch TV. Unless you get me a new pair of clothes, I will not spend quality time with you. That's actually so mean. However, for the sentence, everything actually works out. Okay? So make sure whenever you start the sentence with until or unless, this particular rule is applicable. That rule is plus and minus rule all the time. So friends, that's all I've got for all of you in this video. I'm gonna be back very soon with some more sentences which have mistakes, which we keep on using in our day-to-day conversation. So until I'm gonna be back with a new video with some more exciting sentences which will elevate your knowledge, which will help you to enhance your language. Please take a great care of yourself and have a fantastic time ahead. Thank you so much for watching the video.